Hi, this is Debbie with the Food Prepping channel, and today I'm going to fix a recipe, and I can't wait to try this because it sounds amazing. It's called Unstuffed Cabbage Rolls. What I've got this is on my NuWave Precision Induction Cooktop, and it's in my Dutch oven. I've got like 2¼ pounds of Ground Chuck in here, and I'm getting ready to put in one. Well, you can see the let me put it back together. I guess this size onion, I don't know whether you call that a medium or a large, or it's not, to me it's not a large, but you know, I don't know how you feel about it. To me it's like a medium. But anyway, I'm going to brown that, and I've got this onion to cut up and put this in there and cook it with it. And I just decided that I'd talk to y'all a few minutes while I'm cutting up the onion. I just sharpened this knife, and it still doesn't feel like it's very sharp. I'm never ever going to be able to get a sharp knife in my lifetime. I've got so many knives and so many sharpeners, and I can never get them sharpened. But anyway, I've had some people lately that have really been putting some vulgar comments on my channel. And if, you know, if it's a bad comment that they don't like this or they don't like that, I'm not going to take it off. But I'll tell you right now, if you're in the process of watching this video and you want to put a vulgar comment on there, it's going to be deleted. It's going to be. I mean, if it's got all kinds of cuss words in it and it's calling me names and all this, I mean, you're going to be deleted off of here. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because I'm here. I have got 500 videos on here, and I don't do this for somebody to call me really bad names. I mean, like I said, if you're judging my cooking and you want to say something about my cooking, or, you know, like I've got some steaks on here that I cooked, and I used New York strip steaks to show a device that I have gotten, and to tenderize steaks. And a New York strip steak is a tender steak, and I knew that, but I didn't have any other steaks but New York strips to use to show the device. So I used those, and somebody said, you know, that I didn't know how to cook or whatever because I cut these steaks up. Well, I mean, I used that device to cut the steaks up. Well, I do know how to cook. I'm not going to have all these recipes on here if I don't know how to cook. I'm just not going to be doing that. So, anyway, but I will be deleting all comments that have a lot of cuss words, or cursing me, or, you know, calling me bad names or something like that. I'll tell you that straight up. And, alright, so this is browning now, and what I'm going to do is just push this is my potato masher, and then I'm just going to take this ground beef and mash it down in here. And I don't want to scratch the bottom of the pan or anything, so I'm doing it kind of gently on here until this browns up. And another thing that happened is I have a chance to possibly be on another TV program. This is an actual program. It has to do with grandmothers and the younger generation, and they interviewed me last week through Skype. So I'm just waiting back on that to hear whether I'm going to be accepted to be on the program. Don't know where it will be filmed or taped or anything like that, but, you know, even if it's 2 hours away from here, that's a trip for me to get out of the house and go somewhere, and I'm tickled to death about it. So y'all wish me luck on that. And now I'm going to get back to this. I've got several other things that I've got to do. I've got a head of cabbage that I've got to slice up. And once this browns up and the onions get tender and stuff, I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back. The ground beef is already browned, and I left my spoon in the kitchen. I don't have, oh, I got another one right here. Alright, so this is already browned, and I've already strained it to get the grease out. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, because I haven't put any salt in here, and the other ingredients that I'm using have no salt added, so this definitely needs salt. I'm putting in 1 teaspoon of coarse ground black pepper. And somebody said the other day in one of the comments that I had gotten them hooked on the coarse ground black pepper. It's the best. It is awesome. It just has such a good taste. Besides the telecherry that you have to grind up, the coarse ground black pepper is awesome. Alright, and so now I'm going to put in 1, well, I'll have to check and see, minced garlic. And I may put a little bit more. I don't know. Y'all know I don't like garlic too much. I guess it's a heaping teaspoon of garlic, minced garlic. Alright, and now I'm going to stir this up. And I have 2 cans of diced tomatoes. These are vine-ripened diced tomatoes, no salt added. I'm putting those in. Two 14.5-ounce cans of diced tomatoes, and then a 14.5-ounce can of tomato sauce, and I've got the no salt added tomato sauce. Alright, and I'm gonna stir this up real good, and then I'm going to add the cabbage to it. So, and I've got all the cabbage, 1 head of cabbage, and I just love cabbage. I love cabbage, and this is the time of year when at the stores it's like 48 cents a pound. So I'm going to go on and put all this cabbage in here and wait for it to cook. And I've got to put the lid on this. Once I get all this in here, stir it up. I'm going to wait for this to come up to a boil. And I might have to put some water in here. It's not very liquidy. And I did want to tell y'all, I don't want y'all to think that you can't comment, because I love your comments on my pages. It's the ones that curse and say really mean things. If you're just saying something about my cooking or whatever, you don't think I cooked this right, or you think I should add this or add that, or, you know, that's fine. That's all well and good, because nobody's the same. Everybody cooks different. So, that, you know, that's fine. But if you want to curse and say all that other stuff on my videos, it's just going to get deleted. I mean, that's just it, pure and simple. Alright, so anyway, I think I'm going to go and get like a 1/2 can of water and put it in here, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, so I'm back. I put a half a can of water in here, and I'm going to let this start steaming, and then I'm going to put the top on it and let this cook for 30 minutes, and I'll bring you back. And this is all being done on my NuWave cooktop, so I'll bring you back. Okay, I've gotten this, it's not done yet, but I've tasted it and it needs something. So I'm just going to put some stuff in here. I'm going to put some more onion powder, and I'm just going to put, some onion powder in here. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in here. I'm going to put just a tad, little bit of cayenne pepper. Just a pinch. A little bit more than that. And then I'm going to put in some chicken soup base. I got this at one of the stores, and I'm going to try it in this, because to me this definitely does need something. I know it needs, to me it needs more salt. So I'm going to put about a half teaspoon of salt in here. And I'm just going to let this cook some more until it gets, the cabbage gets really soft, because I want the cabbage to be really, really soft. It's going to be amazing. I know that, but it did. I'm just going to use regular table salt and pour some in here. And when I get salt, regular table salt, I always get Morton iodized, because my mom always told me, and I've always read, that you need the iodine in your salt. So, alright, so I'm going to let this cook some more. Put the lid back on this and let it cook some more. And then I'm going to taste it after putting that stuff in it and see if it's got a better taste to it. Oh, I know. I think I may put some Herbes de Provence. This is a Spice Island. Herbes de Provence. And it's got, see what it's got in it. Doesn't tell. A blend of herbs used in southern France. Vegetables. It says use this elegant seasoning with fish, poultry, vegetables, or your favorite vinaigrette. Spices and lavender is what it says. I know it's got oregano in it, and I'm just going to do a small little pinch of that in here. Wow, I already smell that. That's going to bring out. And you can use the spices that you want to. If you want to put more onion powder in than I did, or more if you want to put garlic powder in it, whatever you want to do, to just taste it halfway through and make sure. So I'll bring you back in just a little while. Okay, here's the finished dish, and let me show you my plate. I fixed mashed potatoes and pinto beans. I used Lux canned pinto beans. If I don't make pinto beans in a pot, then I'm going to make sure that I use Lux. And that's the only kind of canned pinto beans that I'll buy, is Lux pinto beans. Alright, so let me taste this and see what it looks. Really good, and it smells good too. So it's really hot. See if those extra herbs and spices I put in there made any difference. They sure did. That is amazing. I love cabbage though. I love it. And with ground chuck and these tomatoes and those spices, oh gosh, this is good. This is really good. Alright, if you like this video, you gotta try this. Just make sure you put your own spices in there that you want to put in there. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Please leave me a comment, just not a vulgar comment. And you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.